Our topic is graphing inequalities. I will to solve this problem, graph this inequality, x plus 4y greater than 4. The graph of the linear inequality of the linear inequality is in this way. Ax plus by less than c. This is a half a plane. Is half a plane determined by the. This is determined by determined by when we draw Ix is very similar. Ax plus by equals c. So I will explain why this difference design, right? Whose these points satisfy inequality ax plus by less than c. So the graph, this inequality, or I mean the linear equation is the graph of in this example 3x minus 2y less than or equal 6. I will give it to you. This example is a half plane and it's boundary line. Look at this example. I will make the graph right here. Look at this. It's very simple. It is not hard to graph an equality. This is y, this is x. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Well, some points. Okay. I will make this graph, this inequality. First, I need to graph. Remember the concept I give it to you. Graph 3x minus 2y equals 6. Okay, this is the first step. We need to. So the graph is like this. The point is right here. One point is right here. The other point is 1, 2, 3 right here. So the graph is also this way. Okay, this is the graph. This belongs to here. So this is the first step. First step. Okay. Second step. The first step is drop the line. This is the line. This is the first step. Okay. Now determine which half plane. We need to determine which half of plane belongs to the graph. Which one belongs to the graph? We select any point. We need to select any point not in the graph, not in the line, not in the line, only if this point satisfies the inequality we're talking about, then the half plane from which point is chosen belong to the graph. Okay, and this very it's very useful to use 0, 0. Just use 0, 0. Use this point to prove. It's kind of test. We need to select any point that not belong to the line to see if this point is true or not true when you substitute the inequality. So in this case, we select. I selected 0, 0, and then you substitute in the graph here. Just write the inequality right here. I want to write again. So 3x minus 2y less or equals than 6. So substitute right here, and then we will have here 3 times 0, that is 6. Now minus 2 times 0. All right, less or equals than 6. Okay, so now simplify. Here is 0 minus 0. So here this is true. It's less or equals than 6. So this statement is true. Since the statement is true, the half plane that we are talking about here, half plane including 0, which where is the area or the point include this point here? Is right here, 0, 0. So it's in this side. Since this is true, this is true. This is very important. When it's true, that means that this point is belong or inside this area. And this, in this case, when to make the graph, let me make some square right here to use one. So this is the graph that we draw before. Now you see the line is continuous. It's not discontinuous. Why is the line is continuous? The line is continuous because this sign is less or equals. When it's less or equals, we are talking about we need to make the line continuous. So now, so this area, we are talking about this area. All this area is the way to make you need to shut the area. Or you make the graph, it's like this. So now this graph, the first step we draw the line. So now second step, this is a second step. Second step, just prove or select one point. First step, just drop the graph like in this way, equals. So like that, the linear equation. The second, use the inequality to select one point and then to make the graph to see in which side is the graph. This is our graph right here. This is the way. But now that's the problem that I saw. This is example, just explaining how find the solution when we are graphing inequalities. All right. So this graph now is able to drive this graph is 3x. Now 3x minus 2y less or equals than 6. Okay, this is our graph. But this is example. All right, let's try to solve. It's very simple problem. After this, it's easy for you to graph this inequality. Just make the graph right here. All right. I will select any point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is y, this is x, and then I will to graph this. First, I told you we need to see the first step, write the graph. So drop first step, drop x plus 4, y equals 4. All right. So this is the first step. So the graph is like here. This is my graph, okay? But now, look at this, not finished yet. But since we are talking about, this is very important, it's less, it's less or equals or greater and equals, the line must be continuous when we graphing the inequalities. But in this case, the symbol is only greater. It's a simple. So the graph must be like this. This not continue. Why? Because we are talking about looking for the x plus 4y greater than 4. So the line must be not continue. All right. So next step. This is the graph. Let me write it. The graph is a half plane without boundaries, without boundary line. So this is without boundary line. So it is customary to indicate that this is by marking the boundary line, the dashes, coloring, make the coloring. So the second step, select any point. Like I told you before, it's very useful to select 0, 0. Again, we are will to select 0, to prove. Okay, 0, 0. And then use x plus y, 4y greater than 4. And then substitute in our graph 0 here plus 4 times 0 greater than 4. So this is 0, this is 0, so this is greater than 4. So this is not true. Look at this. Not true. So since this point is not true, this means that 0, 0 is outside the graph, the part of dashed area. So this is out this dashed area, and so this means that this area is the other side because the point is out, it's not inside. Let's prove another point that must be true. Let's select, for instance, let me show you this point. This point, for example, 1 here. This point, this x1 and then y2. All right. So let's see. So x is equals 1 plus y2, 4 times 2 greater than 4. So 1 plus 4 times 2 is 8 greater than 4. So 9 is greater than 4. This is true. So this means this point is inside. This point is inside the area, the dashed area. And therefore we have to dashed area. So the dashed area is like this area. All this area this is a half of a plane that we have to dash it. When you graph inequalities, you need to know this. Where is the area we are talking about? All right. So now after that are the conclusion. First, draft the graph, but the last step is make the graph. So the graph right here, it says x. It's very simple. 4y graded a 4. And then very important, the line is not continue here. See, it's not continue because we are talking about only graded. When you say graded or equals, then the line must to be continue. But this is not continue. So this is our graph of x plus 4y greater than 4.